get back to the music store. Thank you so much. Seriously? There's green lines below where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, there should be a minimum of lines above and below.
Oh, no, there should be no lines.
Right. Daniel, that's right. With a tuner, you're not supposed to have too many lines either above or beyond the key.
Does that sound good?
Depends on,
Depends on
like on mine, it's like this.
Okay, I think I'm good. Thank you so
Mine
much.
looks better.
It tells me what it
So is this, hold on one second.
Maya Hayom Shabbat Shalom Maya Hayom Shabbat Shalom Shabbat Shabbat Shalom Shabbat Shabbat Shalom Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Maya Hayom. Shabbat, Shalom. Maya Hayom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Well, good Shabbos, everyone. Welcome to our rescheduled ukulele Shabbat. Is Elvis behaving himself over there? Oh yeah, sometimes he gets grumpy. So we have this amazing group of folks who some for the last year or so on Zoom, some started last week at our ukulele boot camp. Amy Gage isn't here, but she gets the credit for the idea behind ukulele boot camp. It wasn't last week, was it? It was 2 weeks ago now. No, I guess it was last week. It was a week ago, yes. All last week, these folks came every day after work, after school, after camp, after whatever it was, and many of them from total scratch, never having played an instrument before, learned to play ukulele in a week. So we're going to have a sort of relaxed Shabbat, a summer Shabbat out here with our ukers. Karen, where'd Karen go? What have you been calling them? The ukuleles? The jukes on ukes. That's her. I knew she had something, yeah. So we're going to, we'll start with Odiavo. Odiavo, a song for peace. Autumn, if you want to get those mics open. Okay, y'all ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Let's do a little faster. Okay. Here we go now. Odiavo Shalom Aleinu. Odiavo Shalom Aleinu. Odiavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Odiavo Shalom Aleinu. Odiavo Shalom Aleinu. Odiavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam Shalom. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. little faster now. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam, salam. Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, shalom. Salam. Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, shalom. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. So we don't normally clap during services, but I feel like they totally deserve a little, you know. So thank you, Jukes on Ukes. Was that what you called it? Where'd Karen go? Oh, she disappeared again. What a way to bring in Shabbat. So we welcome Shabbos. We welcome Shabbos in a moment with Lecha Dodi, a wedding song, an ancient wedding song. The mystics in Tzfat were told, folks who were refugees themselves, whose parents were refugees from another place, whose grandparents were refugees from yet another place. These mystics of Tzfat, in this mountain town in the north of Israel, 500 years ago, would go out and greet Shabbat as a bride. They'd greet Shabbat as a wedding, as a cosmic moment when the world was just a little more the way that it was supposed to be. So they would all dress in white. They would go out. They would wait for the sun to set. As it came across the mountain, they would say these words of Lecha Dodi, which you can find on page 8 and 9. Ya la 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 lecha dodi, ya la 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 likras kala, ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamo v'zachor b'dibur echad. Hishmianu elam yuchad Adonai echad Ushmo echad L'shemo tiferet V'litchila Ya la 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 lecha dodi Ya la 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 likras kala Ya la 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela Likras Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki makor habrecha מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה יא לה 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 לך דודי יא לה 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 לקרס קלה יא לה 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 בני שבת בני Shabbat nekabela. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך ומי אורי, 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 שדברי, כבוד אדוני, עלייך נגלה. B'nei Shabbat nekabela. And we raise ourselves up spiritually, physically, as we greet Shabbos coming in like a wedding. Dodi likraskala b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala. בשמחה וצולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקרא סקלה, בני שבת נקבל.
You may be seated if you would like to. We are going to continue lighting the Shabbos candles, which you'll have to back up a couple pages to page 5 if you want to follow along. All the youth people want to light the candles? We bring them over here? Daniel, you want to bring them right here? Okay. We're going to have all the jukes on ukes. Light the candles. It's not catchy, I know.
Yeah.
Not lighting.
Light them first.
Maybe a spiritual candle.
It always is.
So we welcome in Shabbat. I want to bring in some Shabbat peace
Takes-
and holiness.
Take some light into yourself and then spread it out to all the broken places. Everything here is a group effort. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshon b'mitzvotav v'tzivonu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat v'tzivonu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We are going to continue on page 10, and I ask that you rise if you are able, spiritually or physically, as we join together with our community with the words of the Baruch Hu as we call each other to prayer.
As we bless the source of life, so we are blessed. As we bless the source of life, so we are blessed. And our blessings give us strength and make our visions clear. And our blessing give us peace and the courage to dare as we bless the source of life, so we are blessed. Baruch Hu et Adonai, Am Mevorach. Baruch Adonai, Am Mevorach, Leolam Vaed. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 as we bless the source of life, so we are blessed.
May all be seated as we make our way through the Shema and its blessings. We come to Ma'ariv Arvim, which we will hear in just a moment. We're on page 12. This is our blessing over the evening. It parallels a blessing over the day in our daytime services. But, you know, there's sort of this shifting of time and of space at this moment as the sun sets. So this poem, I thought, really captured the feeling of Ma'ariv Aravim. This is an hour of change. Within it, we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, my sibling, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it, we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, my sibling, or shall we cross over?
Okay, everyone ready? Here we go. D minor.
Evening, the evenings, evening the frayed edges of our lives, Ma'ariv Aravim, Amen. Ma'ariv
Reb Zalman Schechter Shlomi of a blessed memory, really one of Rabbi Randy's Rebbes. Reb Zalman says that our souls are compared to a blade of grass. There's a line in the Zohar, in the mystical text of the Jewish people, that says that every blade of grass has an angel whispering to it, grow, grow. And that so too, if we listen carefully enough, do we have an angel, do we have an essence whispering to us, grow, grow. And when we expand, when we look out, when we see not just a blade of grass, but a field, that too, Reb Zalman says, has an angel. Somehow different than the sum of its parts, not greater, not lesser, just different. So too, Reb Zalman says, is there this thing, this angel, this essence for the totality of everything? And that's what we mean when we say this word God. That's what we mean when we say this word Yud He Vav He, the impossible form of existence, that which was, is, and will be. It's this word that means the totality of everything that is somehow different than the sum. And so we take a moment to let the dualities disappear, to let the differences, the divides fade away, to, as Rabbi Jim says, let the terrible twos of creation give way to the oneness. So we close our eyes, and whenever we're ready, we say the words of Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Shem kavod malchuto ve'olam va'ed. So we chant the words of V'ahavta together. These ancient words, the promise that we're going to take the best of our values and we're going to live those values, that we're not going to leave those best of who we say we are and who we want to be. We don't leave them at the boundaries of our cities or at our homes, that we are that person when we are at home and when we are away. I don't know about you. I sometimes find it harder to be the best version of myself at home than when I am away. When we go through gates that we're familiar with and when we go through new places, that we're called to live the best of our values, the values that we proclaim and the values that we claim. Page 16. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech u'shochbecha uv'kumecha u'kshatam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafo ben einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim leloechem ahani Adonai Eloechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem leElohim ani Adonai Eloechem.
So we arrive at Micha Mocha, page 18, the Song of Freedom. Sometimes I like to, when I read the Torah portion, I like to think about what the visual image of that would look like. It's so easy to read the words, but we can't often put ourselves into the story, or we don't think about what it would feel like to, be at the sea as it's parting and what that would look like for us. So I love this poem. It's pretty short, but I love the end because you'll hear it. It has this image of joining hands and crossing together. And when I read that part, that's what I imagine, that by ourselves, maybe we weren't a match to cross over the split sea, but together we got each other across. So it says, standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot. That wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt. That there is a better place, a promised land. That the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness. That there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together.
So we take a moment for an evening prayer. Page 20. Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Lishalom, V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim, לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. Allow us to lie and rise in peace. Shalom. Allow us to lie and rise in peace. Shalom. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright now. Everything's gonna be alright. Ufros aleinu sukat, sukat shlomecha. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, and cover over us tonight with a sukat shalom, a shelter of peace over you and those you love. A sukat shalom over all creation, over all creation. Hashkivenu, Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim. So we take a moment to get ourselves ready for tefillah, for what the rabbis call prayer, for what on Friday evenings is a quiet time, a time for each of us to do what the Talmud calls the avodah shabalev, the work of our insides, the work of our hearts. So we invite everyone to raise ourselves up spiritually or physically as we enter into the Amidah on page 23. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 sifatai tiftach. Na 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 ufi yagid. Ufi yagid teilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 sifatai tiftach. Na 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 ufi yagid. Ufi yagid teilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 sifatai tiftach. Na 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 ufi yagid. Ufi yagid teilatecha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 sifatai tiftach. Na 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 ufi yagid. Ufi yagid teilatecha. Take a moment for personal private prayer and be seated whenever you are done.
So we take a moment for prayers of healing, a Misha Berach, sending out blessings to anyone who needs some extra healing, some extra strength, whether it's physical healing or mental healing, spiritual, emotional healing, anyone you're thinking of who needs a little bit of blessing. I'm going to share the names that I have, and then if you have someone you'd like to add, please feel free to do so. We send healing prayers to Rick Hack, Gail Rock, Evan Richards, Carrie Schulman, Susan Schroeder, Debbie Zarinsky, Dr. Richard Burns, Julie Stevenson, Toby Schreiber, Meredith Berkowitz, Tom Fox, Sherry Hugler O'Donnell, also known as Cher DeLune, Roshan Batman, Kay Wolpert, Rhonda Banford, Judy Markey, Dr. Powers, Choco Guniva, Anne Rudy, Lev Reynolds, Michelle Long and her sister Martha Messina, Judy Underhill, Stacy Abelis, Alan Snyder, Eileen Ehrlich, Steve Littlejohn, Suzanne Cooperman Gill, Shirley Potisha, Annette Sklar, Karen Teitelbaum, Dennis Judd, Alex McGrath, Linda Holtzman, Betsy Rippner, Lisa Schlesinger, Victoria Barmark, Elizabeth Weinberg, Brandon McFadden, Tabitha Hill, Kelly and Donald Shemwell, Sylvia Ernst, Ann Mays, Gloria Lash, Chapin Kaner, Lois Chade, Don Cohn, Suzanne Lipson, Sharon Linder, Doug Pop, Deborah Lynn Green, Sharon Hollander, Sylvia Ginsparg, Jerry and Patty Padower, Chuck Manis, and Mary Lou Bollinger. There are names people would like to add for healing? Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Ray? Ray. Benjamin? Thank you. Did I miss anyone? Okay. We'll invite Leslie up to sing the words of the Misha Berach, which is page, what? 34.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor Habracha Leir Motenu. May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us
We say Baruch Atah Adonai Rofeh HaCholim. Blessed is the source that calls us to be healers in this world. We say Amen.
So, I will tell you one of my favorite parts of my job is conversions. It's really special when someone chooses to become Jewish because I think it's like so special being Jewish and have someone say like, I want to be that also. And today, so we've had a lot throughout the summer. And today we welcome Sean into our community. Come on up, Sean. And we welcome Sean's parents who are here as well. But Sean had their mikvah today, and so you might be like the newest Jewish person that we know, maybe in the world, who knows? But we're so excited to welcome Sean and to bless them this Shabbat. Do you want to say anything, or just wants to bless you? You just want to bless you? Okay. So we're going to give Sean the CRC blessing that we usually do at the end of services, but we'll do it right now just for Sean. So if you want to rise as you are able, and we'll send our arms out. You don't actually have to stand if you want to just send your arms out with blessings for Sean.
Okay, hold on, but we have to brag about Sean for a moment too. So first of all, if you have been to any CRC Zoom anything over the last year, it's very likely that Sean was the one who clicked the button to let you into the Zoom room, because they're always there early, and so we've learned to just count on Sean. Sean's, beyond being a ukulele regular, not that that isn't the center of CRC and of Torah, Sean has been religiously present at Talmud every Tuesday for over a year now, and Story of Us on Thursdays, and is just such a learner and such a central part of this community. The ways that you open up community for others, the ways that you gather community around you. We are grateful that you found your way home to the Jewish people, but even more so, found your way home to us here at CRC. So we're going to give you a blessing. We're going to ask everyone to sort of spread your arms out.
We'll come on either side of you. May God bless you and watch over you and keep you safe.
We all take a little bit of the light that you have shown on all of us, make our lives
and may you forever and always be blessed with the gift of peace. Say amen. Amen. Siman tovu, mazel tovu, mazel tovu, siman tov, siman tovu, mazel tovu, mazel tovu, siman tov, siman tovu, mazel tovu, mazel tovu, siman tov, And it's good. The masks mean that you can't quite see how much Sean is blushing right now. It's really... How much they hate this movie.
Yeah. So we take a moment with everyone gathered here. If you're standing and would like to sit down, please do. For a mourner's Kaddish, for a Kaddish Yatom, to take a moment to acknowledge those in our community who are in mourning, those who are in a place that we are obligated to support them through. Whether it's the year of mourning for someone we've lost, whether it's the art site, the yearly anniversary, or whether we are just feeling it particularly heavy today. We invite you, if you are mourning, to put up a hand or stand up or some other way that we can acknowledge you and hear the names of who we're thinking of. Stan? Your childhood friend, thank you. For Roberta and for Donald. Thanks, Stan. For your grandma of a blessed memory. Thank you for remembering her with us. Anyone else? Ray. For your friend Morris of a blessed memory. And Linda. Wow, Kenahora. Kinahora for your mom. For your mom. Yeah.
This was written by Hannah Senesh. There are stars up above, so far away we only see their light, long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember.
So we invite everyone, as we are able, to rise spiritually, to rise physically, to be shoulder to shoulder with our mourners. As we say the words of Mourner's Kaddish, page 41. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach chirute v'yamlich malchute, v'chayichon uvyomechon, uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, v'hagala uvizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehe shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam l'omei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei tekudesha barichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nachamata, da'miran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom v'mromav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru. Amen.
Oseh shalom bimromav, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, ve'imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
You're welcome to be seated. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you to all the ukulele players for a lovely service. Just a couple announcements. The first one says, hi, holiday update coming next week. That's a fun one. We're going to skip that one until next week because we don't know what high holidays hold yet. So we're working on that. If you haven't filled out the little survey we sent out, there's still time to fill it out as we figure out high holy days this year. Saturday the 14th at 11:30 is grief support group. This is a little bit earlier than normal, so just note the time change. And if you want to be a part of the grief support group on our website, you can find all the information to contact Jamie Sentner. Havdalah tomorrow night at 8 on virtual with Rabbis Jim and Susan. On Sunday, we have No Shanda, No Shame at 1 o'clock. And on Wednesday, we have Inner Judaism with Rabbi Jim. And on Tuesday, August 10th, is that next Tuesday? Yeah. There's 4 Rabbis Unlimited Opinions, which is with Daniel, Rabbi Jim Bennett from Shir Emeth, Rabbi Carney Rose from B'nai Amuna, and Maharat Rory Pegernis from the JCRC. So the 4 of them do a lunchtime virtual discussion. This time they're talking about the limits of pluralism. Did I miss anything? Any other? What? Oh, tomorrow morning. Their service is tomorrow morning. Indoors. Here. Rabbi Randy. What? Yes. University series this month is focused on Elul because Sunday we move into the month of Elul and on spiritual preparation for the High Holy Days. So those, I think they're outside. The last one's outside. The other two, thank you, Adam. The other two will be virtual. And then the last one, which might be done by Alan Freed, our choir director, will probably be outside so they can sing and do high holiday music. Okay. Yeah, what did I forget? Yeah, please. Freya, do you want to come up here? Yeah. You can come up here and we'll...
Oh, it's okay. Hi, my name is Freya. I'm part of Next Door, which is that house, which is the young adult version of the CRC. We take people from 21 to 35. We host at least 4 events a month, everything from Shabbat dinners to Tikkun alum focus things. And we're looking for new fellows to live in the house. So if you fit into that age range or know someone who does and would like to have subsidized rent and live in the CWE and be involved in the amazing Jewish community here, please let me know. I will be around and you can knock on the door if I'm not. Thank you so much.
And then just a big thank you to Autumn, our Director of Advocacy and Online Community, for making sure that it's not just the folks who are physically present who can be a part of Shabbat. And to Ezra, our volunteer of the day, our volunteer producer.
And to James. Let's thank James.
And James.
Thanks,
Thank you, James. Yeah, always. If you have any interest in learning to press buttons and produce like Ezra, talk to Autumn. Okay. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Let's give each other a blessing, and then the Ukers will play us out with Od Yavo one more time.
Are Ukers like Ukers?
Come on over there. Yivirechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May we be blessed. May we be kept safe. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
And may we take some of this light that we felt by being together, by listening to the great uke band, and by celebrating Sean into our Shabbat.
Yis Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. And most of all, may there be more peace in our lives. May there be more peace in our city, in our state, and in our world because of this Shabbat, because of all of us being together. We say Amen.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. Okay, Ukers, here we go. Od Yavo.
End with a song of
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. F. Od Yavo Shalom. Now go to C. Od Yavo Shalom FGC. FGC. Salam. F. Aleinu ve'al kulam.